Terry won't do you like that. That's cold, sir.
Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Never mind.
What's wrong?
Time is 1 a.m. Beep.
No. Stop.
Detective, we made it. Phew. What a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Oh ho, you said it, pal. Must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Mind opening the safe just to double check? Ah! We've been ahead. Out front. Guards! Turn on the searchlights. Ah! Better luck next time, gentlemen. Ah! Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. Shall meet again when the next moon is full. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Over 11/3/24 p.m. Right in company law offices. Hey Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later. This is important. What are you freaking out about now? Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? And what do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are... Ha! Don't be silly. I'm talking about me and... Pearly, of course. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. This, some kind of poster? Rain Village, isn't that? That's right, it's our hometown. Pearly and mine, that is. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Ha ha ha, very funny. You can laugh all you want. But you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? Treasure of Kurain exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. Why, I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? Yeah, same Maya, different day. Young lady here is Maya Fey. Younger sister Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. First met her 2 years ago. Working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium and a bit of a shady character. Hey, what are you calling shady? This little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Kurain Village is the home of the mysterious Kurain channeling technique. Maya here is the daughter of the Kurain School of Channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's a real thing, alright? Earth to Nick, how long are you going to make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yes, Mr. Nick, I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit. Like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. 11th, Lordly Taylor, main exhibit hall. Lordly Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. All depends on how you display it. Oh, they even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Faye Manor storeroom. Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom? Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibit has been waiting for us in the basement warehouse. All right, guess we should go and say hello. Lordly Taylor Basement Warehouse. Yep, this is Basement Warehouse, alright. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Right. Eek! Monster, you were right. Huh? Monster? Adrian Andrews. Good evening. It's good to see you again. I know you. Nice to see you again, too, little miss. Ah, hello. Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know her, Pearly? Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. Really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Stick Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago. Remember, don't you, the Nickel Samurai case? Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. That's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. If it wasn't for us... No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. Really am grateful. Phew, that's a relief. Really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibition like this must be very tiring. Lordly Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. Works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums, sorry. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums. Yes, I did. So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. Security guards are all very highly trained as well. Sounds good. So, what is with that face she's making?
It's very cold down here.
Oh well. What? Look, ladder. That's a step ladder. So what's the difference? Need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. I feel like we've had this exact same conversation somewhere before. Oh, no, I do want to examine. I'll take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Amy, right? Yes, that's the statue of the woman who invented the Korean channeling technique, Amy Faye. The statue was on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. That creepy-looking thing she's holding. Don't ask me, how should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen this statue. That thing is a Korean shishito. It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Aw, phooey. I wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Oh, look, it's already 8 o'clock. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Ooh, I like the sound of that, dine. It sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Haha, Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with a kid's dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Shall we head upstairs then? After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen. October 12th, Wright & Company Law Offices. Nick, this is terrible. What the? You're cleaning the toilet again? Never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm going to turn on the TV. Got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was a work of the renowned phantom thief, Mask the Mask. Mask the Mask? According to a spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief who only targets rare treasures. Lordly Taylor? Well, Nick, what are you going to do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet. Treasure, Lordly Taylor? You don't think... Yes, now get up, Nick. Stolen by Mask to Mask. Our most valuable treasure. The Korean sacred urn was stolen. What? Refresh my memory a little. What's the sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in Korean village, that's all. Look, it's right here on this poster. To remember what's inside, the urn contains a very important soul. Namely, the soul of Mystic Amy Faye, the founder of the Korean channeling technique. Right, Pearly? Ah, yes. That's right. After she broke it. Hold up. I thought that urn had the name Amy written on it. Now it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Huh? Well... Tee, there are some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick? That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Korean Village, Maya's hometown. Sacred urn, it turned out to be an important clue in that case. The toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Mr. Nick, your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you? But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how... The village is Mystic Maya. She's a future master of the Korean School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't. Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did this. Yeah, get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective. That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Man, oh man, there's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. So what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask the Mask, Nick. Make a note of it. Mask the Mask. I was terrible. I was arrested and everything. A year ago, the murder in Korean village. Man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings. This urn wound up being the key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick, would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. This urn used to say Amy on it. The pearls accidentally broken into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts, spelling either. Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now instead of saying Amy, it says I am. Can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later. Can't believe it myself. Taylor, main exhibition hall. Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. Doesn't look like anything's been disturbed. It looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh? Hey, you can't poke around here, pal. Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again.
Gumshoe!
It's you! I'm the one who should be saying not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello, it's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. That's a good chance for you to try to remember it, right? And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick. Yeah, good to see you again, too, I guess. Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened? Oh, you're trying to remember my name. Atta girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn. I know about that. Oh, well, the criminal's name is Master Mask. I know about that, too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sort of kind of owe you guys in a way. Crime occurred last night around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. Scene of the crime? You mean here, right? Wrong. That urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh? So who's guarding the basement warehouse? That guy. It's all his fault that the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swelled head thinking that he's an ace detective. Ace detective? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Master Mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Master Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. Underneath those disguises is the true Mask to Mask. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? He only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lord Lee Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. What? Then you knew he was planning on stealing the Sacred Urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. Why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So, what's he like? Well, like I told you, Master Mask has made 5 heists so far. The 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Wow, that is impressive. All by himself? Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men out on a stakeout. But none of us have ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy. But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? So what's this calling card? Here it is. Don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's this mark on the front? That's Master Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. They didn't mention that on the news. We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem. Makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. Thanks, I guess. Well, Lordly Taylor Basement Warehouse. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. It's probably because it's air-conditioned to protect the art pieces, you know? Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. Huh? What the heck does that mean?
Oh.
I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please make yourself at home.
In the world.
I'm pretty sure this is Mask to Mask. Pretty sure.
That would make sense, but who is it?
Who are you anyway? Shh! Silence! Now I see, it's all becoming clear. What do you see? Tvari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong? Yikes, that's scary. How'd you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I'm a traveler of both time and space and a swimmer of dreams. What's he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman. And introduce myself. The name is At Me. Look at me. Ace Detective. Oh, hi.
That knows me.
Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. The name's right. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. I'm Maya Fey. A spirit medium. And I'm, Pearl Fey. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, spirit medium Ace Apprentice. Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game? Game? Why does the phrase one short of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? Already annoyed at him.
Yeah, I don't like him. At his nose.
But better to smell you. I smell danger. I'm done. So are you really as famous as you say? Of course. For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in this city that had not heard of me. Look at me. I'm Mask to Mask's arch enemy, the Ace Detective. Look at me. At this moment, there are two mighty figurines which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light. Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I've been personally on the heels of this villain for some time. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. Even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Megina, to the crime scene. I did it all by myself. I took it back from Mask to Mask, with my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned that on the news, and the great people around town said that. It said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much. So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Oh, tell us what you know about Mask to Mask, and keep it simple, please. Think about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds? Last night, here in the bowels of the store, we were locked in a most glorious battle. I see. Huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here in Lordly Taylor? Naturally. Wherever Damask goes, you will find At Me laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps? More like Damask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. First received the request for my services 20 days ago. And it was 10 days ago that we received Mask to Mask's calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. Mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized. Calling card arrived, right? Yes, so ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse. I waited for him, alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? Got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let Damask get away. I always operate alone and concealed, out of sight of others. Concealed? Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. Fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared. But that's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be so ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. For someone who seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. You're saying that even though one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? That's just not possible. Master Mask's calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch-rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top-secret piece of information. Well, we've got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't know if I really want this guy to like us ever. Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you two are pursuing the mysterious thief. I'm not exactly... That's right! We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I'll trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If, perchance, you should find something of value, return them to my office. My Office of Earthly Delights, the ATME Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights? Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. Wait a minute. Gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office, too. Take me with you, okay? Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. A computer? Oh, I've heard of those. It has such a cute name. Looks like this computer is for storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. Probably the trap that the detective set up. Let's see if we can find last night's data on this thing. Might even find a photo of Master Mask. Let's see here. Man, I really stink at working these things. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up the photos. I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway. Guess you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick? Yeah, sure. Anyway, it looks like the camera only went off once last night. Come on, dude. This is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again? A Shishido. It's literally seven-branch sword in Japanese, or so says Miss Andrews. Whoa, it's pretty heavy. One hit 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it'd sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. You're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. The sword. Wasn't Mystic Amy holding it last night? And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. Awesome, Pearly. You wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice. Sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow. Aha, I just thought of something. Maybe Detective Atney smashed Master Mask with it. Like this. Ow! The heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Oh man, my head. My hair! Cheeto. Statue of Mystic Amy is so cool. I want a golden statue of myself. We could put it in the office. Hey, it's Wright and Company. How about a gold statue of me? Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. Huh, what is it, Pearls? Statue of Mystic Amy. Was this where it was last night? Ah. Pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah, I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin. So the statue was moved on the night of the crime. What you did, Nick, you spilled paint over here. I didn't do that. I wasn't here last night. I would have noticed the color this outrageous. This paint is already dried up. Well, then you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. Looks like it's been several days since it was spilled. Hey, look at this. What is it? There's some kind of shape left in the bottom side of this stain. Huh? You're right. I wonder what it could be. Pathetic-looking wooden box. Ah! It's a box that had the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues of the thief's identity on there. I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been on its stand in the winding way of Fey Manor. So there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Poor Maya, maybe it'd have been better if Master Mask had taken the box too. Hey Nick, your cell phone's ringing. Hello, Phoenix, right here. Oh, it's me, Gumshoe. Gumshoe, what is it? What's so funny? I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally! This underdog is the alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective's met his match. Yep. I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel. There's no escape for him. Caught him, are you saying? You captured Master Mask? Bingo! Well, actually, he surrendered, but I still got him.
What?
Master Mask surrendered? That's great. So, when can we come and pick up the sacred urn? We'll see. You see, I was gonna tell you. What? Something wrong? Do you think you can swing by the detention center sometime? The detention center? He wants to talk to you, Master Mask, that is. What? He wants to talk to Nick. Be waiting for you, pal, so get over here soon. Detention center, huh? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Hey, pal, welcome to the detention center. There. You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you? Yep, after all, we got Master Mask. Right, but, so where's the sacred urn? Oh, sorry about that, pal. I guess I didn't really think about it before. But you're the victim in this case. Huh? Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. No, he's right, Nick. He is? If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. I'm so used to thinking of the victim as a dead person because we're always on murder cases. Excuse me. But anyway, I have to get the sacred urn back. Please, don't just ignore me! Who are you? I'm Mask to Mask, okay? Hey Nick, doesn't he look kind of, well, gangly? I'm Ron Delight, the famous Mask to Mask. I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a paper bag.
Yeah, I don't think this is him.
So you're the Mask to Mask guy? Yes, you bet. No, or that's wrong. See, it's complicated. Sort of yes and sort of no, if you know what I mean. What's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, what I really meant to say is that it's not right, per se. See, it's not spelt mask to mask, it's mask to mask. What's with this guy? Well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much. Don't do that. Don't look at me like that. I don't need your pity. And a major crybaby, too. So why did you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well, I know why. It's because you stole such a priceless treasure. And now you're overwhelmed with guilt, am I right? Priceless treasure, that broken old urn? I have a little favor to ask. Yes? What is it? Could you go and talk to Desi? Desi? Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back. I really will. Or maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people. Mr. Nick? Couldn't hear what he just said, especially that last part. Mr. Damask, do you think you could speak up a little? Yes, sir, I will. I promise. Or maybe not. See, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't do anything. Mr. Damask, about the urn? Oh yes, the urn. Right away. Or, actually, no. Wouldn't mind telling you, but I'm actually afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. Enough hurrying. Just tell it to us straight. Please, please don't yell at me. I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it. What? What'd you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes or no? Maybe so. I mean, yes, I lost it. What do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it, like I said. These things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and you forget your bag, you know? What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute. You went on the train dressed like that? No, I am speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. This guy's story is more surreal than a Dali painting. You really sure this is Chris Creep is Mask to Mask? I don't call him a creep. Although I do have to admit, I understand your doubts about this guy. So who is this Desi person? Please don't talk about my wife like that. No one married this goof? I guess she must be his wife. I'm sorry, the truth is, my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go to visit her at my hideout? Hideout? Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout? Oh, sorry, naturally, I meant to say my secret base. Secret base? Well, my apartment, actually. Palazzo Pepe, 3rd floor. Let's go have a look, Mr. Nick. Damask's hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. Hey, I guess we're going to his hideout. Huh?
I don't think this is him.
It might be, but I know Atme has something to do with this. Wow, check this place out. No doubt about it, this is Master Mask's hideout, alright. Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Huh? Who are you people? Are you Desi Delight? That's right, I'm Desiree. Ah! Oh, you must be the lawyer and the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm Maya Fey, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nicky boy and Maya, huh? Can't tell you how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Well, hi, you're welcome? Did she really call me Nicky boy?
Yes, she did.
Oh. Oh, hold on. This Delight, you must know, right? About your husband and Mask to Mask? Mask to Mask? Of course, I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan.
Told ya.
Yep. What? Huh? Biggest fan? Yes, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute, did you say delusional? Why does it make me feel like she's actually it?
No, we'll see.
No, I'm just guessing. Yes, that's right. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes he is the Mask to Mask. What? What are you talking about? About your husband. Isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit? By the way, did you know they mentioned Maya on TV? Huh? Really? It said you own the urn and that you're doing some shady training at a law office now. Remind me not to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to mention the lawyer meet the lawyer they mentioned. I see. My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insisting he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me, I stole that urn, he kept saying, as if it was even possible. Huh? But are you saying he didn't? Of course he didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, it's a priceless treasure, and he's, is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? Me? I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. Oh, excitement, huh? Yes, I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line, you know what I mean? Well, I think that depends on how you write it. I'm the type that can't stand living a boring, dreary old life with no action.
Yeah.
No offense, but your husband, Ron, doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. You're right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills and danger. But I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Other ways? Yes, money. Ronnie is incredibly rich and super generous. He bought me a bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. Shopping? I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day it actually happened. His head actually started to spin. Man, talk about a high-maintenance wife. Where does Mr. Delight get all his money from? Ronnie is a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return. Tons of it. He's a security guard? I think it's my turn. My turn for my head to spin. Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did that incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya? Well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Last night was horrible. I got pulled over. Pulled over? Yes, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? Oh, you're talking about your motorcycle, huh? Yes, anyway, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. Can't believe he caught up to me. It was a great chase, let me tell you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. About 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she's got an airtight alibi. What about Mr. Delight? I don't really know. We weren't together at that time of night. When I got home, he was already fast asleep. But basically, he's got no alibi. So when did Ron first become Mask to Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Mask to Mask. Huh? But wait a second. Look around this room. This place is obviously Mask to Mask's hideout. No, you're totally wrong. A real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie is so timid himself that he looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figures? But Mask to Mask is a bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Could that really be true? Anyway, if he really had stolen the urn, wouldn't he still have it? Well, I suppose so. Why don't you ask him if he has the urn or not? She has a point. Mr. Delight isn't exactly the criminal type. Something about Ron's behavior bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Delight isn't Mask to Mask after all. Say, can I ask you something, Nicky boy? What is it? I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside, but the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. I had the feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but I can tell you've got a good heart. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie. I just know it. Could you give this to Ronnie for me? Letter? Yes, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back. It's the light. Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. Oh, that's right. Here, this is from your wife. Oh, from Desi? Thank you. Give him to Mask to Mask. Actually, more like Taken. Dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. He's clutching onto that letter so hard the ink is going to be squeezed out. He looks so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick. Mr. Lawyer? Yes? In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. Huh? I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hey, hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer. Why not? What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this Damask guy. Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it. She said, poor man, he's deluded himself right into thinking he did it, right, Mr. Nick? Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. Or no. Actually not. Actually, it's hard to say. Oh no, it's spreading. Oh, please, I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. What should I do? Well, Mr. Delight, I've decided to give it a try. I'll defend you. Really? You will? Hey, what are you doing, Nick? He's a thief. You can't trust him. Well, he may be a thief, but I think there's more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. Pearls? Can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you. Ever. Wah! Pearly, wait! This is going to be ugly. I'll go after her. Are you freezing?
Yes. Don't know why. But I am freezing.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. Guess I might as well start investigating. Not that cold. Well, Maya, where's Pearls? Said she's going back to the office. Go check in on her later, would you? What about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you. I think I'm going to cry. I know you have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it. Okay, Nick, let's get this show on the road. Mr. Nick, welcome back. Oh, hey, Pearls, you're back too, I see. I went and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it. Hey, Pearls? Looks like she feels really bad about what happened in the detention center. Mystic Maya, the tea is ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick, please have some of this cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls? Oh, excuse me, I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. It's okay, I just cleaned it this morning. Too late. This might be a good time for me to ask about her. First met Pearls a year ago. When that murder happened at Kurain Village. Still remember what she said to me when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Hey, Maya, I've always thought it was because she was young, but what? Pearls, I think she's got the wrong idea about you and me. Huh? There's something you need to understand. What is it? It's kind of like a Kurain Village custom, sort of.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. Pearl seems to love you a lot. Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder last year, Pearlie's mother is... Oh, yeah. She's in jail. Remember now, Pearl's mother, Morgan Fay. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now. They see I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. But it's the same for me, too. My mother's gone, too. There are hardly any men in Kurain Village. Now that you mention it, I've never actually saw any men there when I visited. I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. About how spiritual powers runs very strong in the Fey family. Yeah, you did. That's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Kurain Village kind of revolves around its women. Well, that's understandable. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Oh? Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter. Are you saying that Pearl's father? He's gone. He left the village when she was very young. Boy, that's tough. Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that. Her mother's still missing? Yeah, and no one has any idea where she is. Maya's mother, Misty Fey. Current master of the Kurain channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. But you're sure she's still alive, right? Yeah, I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing. If your mother doesn't come back, then what? Then according to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master. Maya, master of the Kurain technique. Sounds like a heavy responsibility. Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Fey main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, why don't we go out and start investigating? We're not going to learn anything just sitting around the office. Yeah, I know, but first I want to talk to Pearls. Mr. Nick? Yeah? I acted like a baby. Pearls? I doubted it, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. Guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick, yes? From the bottom of my heart, I apologize for what I said. That's okay. Don't worry. Well, I'm going out now for a little bit. Huh? Where are you going? Maybe small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. So I'm going to show you I can be useful too, by finding some evidence. Hey, wait a... She runs real fast. Nick, let's back off and give her some room, okay? Yeah. What?
This kid is like 8. You should not be running around by yourself.
For the Terra main exhibition hall. Maya! Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn! Please, calm down. What's wrong? Never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Maya, I'm so sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No, it's okay. I know I don't look like, but I'm good with my hands. I can make you another urn. Hold on. Just wait, okay? Breathe, calm down, and talk to us. Forgive me. Forgive me. So when did you get the calling card from Damask? Damask. Let's see, exactly 10 days ago. I was going to show it to the police, but that detective stopped me. So you asked Detective Atme to help with security? Yes, in fact it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about Damask than the police. So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes, I had a premonition that something bad might happen. And I've learned to trust my instincts, my hunches. That's why there are security cameras even in the basement warehouse? Yes, Lordly Taylor is very serious about their security measures. Their way of saying bring it on to any potential thieves. Well, he sure brought it last night, and even left with a nice souvenir. Can you tell us a bit about the security for the treasure exhibit? Excuse me. It was all my fault. I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyway. Why do you say that? The urn was stolen. That was stolen is a pretty important object. Maybe, but its actual value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? I polished it until it was just about glowing. Thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. That urn contains the soul of Mystic Amy. Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to Detective Atme. 5 days ago, I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Kurain. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there. So maybe one of them was actually Damask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked for what they ate for breakfast that morning. Atme Detective Agency. Oh? Well, well, how lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. We're actually kind of... Shh! Silence! Precisely as I expected. What is it? Sorry. Truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. I'm already sick of this. A lawyer and spirit medium. Am I correct? I think we've already been through this. Ha! So my estimation was correct. Zvari. How truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you? Mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night. Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my archenemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey. I heard you've been after this Master Mass since his very first theft. Yes, my dear, I see you've done your homework. His very first heist, that vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of Emanon. First encountered him in the Museum Sacred Hall, the crime scene itself. So that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit? Pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lordly Taylor and set the perfect trap. Must be in the security camera. But I thought you were watching the area yourself, too. So how did Master Mask manage to steal the urn? That's $1 million question. What is the Mask's modus operandi? Mr. Atme, did you know about the Sacred Urn? I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Master Mask. Sacred Urn has nothing to do with this case. But wasn't that what Master Mask stole this time? I'm a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. You yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to pigeons? I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn. There's something that's kind of bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. After all, we are all but seekers, wandering alone in the dark. Excuse me. I was wondering how Master Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Master Mask. Of course. What the? Cyclock? Cyclock? Hey Nick, what is this? Hold on. What is this Cyclock thing? Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are. What? This Magatama has that kind of power? Oh, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized Fae family heirloom, but Hurley was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? So I don't really know much about what it can do. This is the woman that's going to take over the Kurain channeling school someday. So how do you do it? How do you break the Cyclock thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool. I can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out. I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. Master Mask's MO. Detective Atme, you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Master Mask commit the crime. Well, now I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed, I was guarding the warehouse, that much is true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door. I'm not sure why, but this Atme guy is lying through his teeth. I know, I'll show him some proof. Detective Atme, I have here proof that someone went through that door last night. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. Should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. What? But my monocle didn't catch anyone in its flash. Must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned. What? Are you saying I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Atme, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is why you were trying to hide it. He's hiding it. There must be some reason. Some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. I've got just the piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Master Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't at the time was because you were unconscious. I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me your evidence. Detective Atme, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Ha ha ha! Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atme, would be knocked unconscious so easily? Sword proves it. That's... For the theft, the sword was in the hand of the statue of Amy Faye. Furthermore, at that time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by the sword. Well, Detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. Unlocked successful. Can't deny there may be a small hint of truth in what you say. So you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you. Clobber? What an ugly way of saying it, but I suppose you could put it that way. Coward struck at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. Did you never notice that the thief had entered the warehouse? No, a coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. Ouch, Mr. Atme should have his poor head examined. And say that again, how could he have underestimated the thief that badly? Well, it looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway. Huh? What? That Atme is the greatest ace detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be mask to mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably mask to mask. You never actually saw him. Perhaps so, but I installed the security camera for such a contingency. Oh, last night the camera went off exactly once. Behold, this is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. That's him. Mask to mask.
Max.
Thief can be none other than the arch-criminal Mask to Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such brazen crimes. What are you talking about? Not only that, but that's where the urn was, wasn't it?
Maybe.
I don't know. That's confusing. What are you talking about? So, what do you mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. But how would you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective ever to walk the face of the earth. Most brilliant mind ever since, well, ever. Luke Atme.
Ugh.
Well, guess we better go take a look just in case. Oh, he's annoying. Hey Nick, remember what Detective Atme said? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a good reason to dress up and commit these crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. Green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. $50,000?
Jeez.
This is blackmail letter. Sure looks like a major clue to me. Oh, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second, I promise. Thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute. I know that voice. Oh, Nicky boy. I'm so sorry. But I've got another guest. Hello.
Hi.
Ah! You're... Nick, it's you, and Maya, too. It's Larry Butts. What a fluke. Ah, Larry. Long time no see. What? You know each other? Nicky boy. Nick, do you and this girl have, something going on? Something? You mean what I underestimated you, Nick? Gorgeous lady like this, and married too? Way to go, dude!
Oh, jeez.
I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the butts. Larry Butts, ever since grad school, he's been not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey man, that wasn't nice. That was your first client. Your very first client. Got quite the storied history, he and I. What we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Hey, come on now, you're embarrassing me. And in front of this pretty little thing here. You two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm going to go check on my bike. Nice girl, that Desi. How have you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. What have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. What's with these clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform for my part-time job. Can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. Wrong. Nick, I gotta tell you, women, I don't trust them anymore. Got dumped again? Well, you know Bennifer? I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago.
Bennifer.
That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom and my whole life changed. Bennifer? Caddy Tom? I never heard of either of them.
That's what they call Jennifer Lopez and Ben
Yep.
Affleck.
I remember that.
Bennifer. Oh, Katie Tom. Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise.
Oh! Well, okay. See, that's why I have you around. I didn't even catch that. Anyway, dude, Katie Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it?
What are you doing, Jake?
Being weird. Well, actually, anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women. They're so... Ah! Oh. But you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. What are you doing here, anyway? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. Well, actually, I picked this up last night while I was working. A wallet? You say you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Found Ron's wallet.
Oh.
That's weird. Hang on, let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desi's picture is in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs those wife, huh?
Fix his wife.
Hey, Nick, it's not what you're thinking at all.
How does he?
No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. What? Bill, you think?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Aw, no way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Miss Delight. You said you found it at your job, right?
Oh,
yeah, I'm working
Larry.
for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know? Security guard, huh? So that's what that uniform is all about. So what time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I've got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. I guess it was around 1 o'clock in the morning on the first floor of our company building. What's Mr. Delight's wallet doing there?
Oh, hello.
Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Sure. Here, take a look at this. It's right there in his wallet. Right, she said he worked there. What's this card? It's a key card for the security company. See? It's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it. Said you were working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Alright, we'll be right back. We're gonna go take care of the dogs. You know our restroom?
Yeah, let me get some more water.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Un momento. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
I think he needs to go because he's
Pacing.
pacing.
Come on, guys. Go, go, go. Come on, Willow. You're not that old. Come on.
She's younger than he is.
I know. She's getting up like a little old lady. Chinese dinner again? 4:30. 4:30, Grandma. We are back.
We're back. Okay.
Bed, come on. Jake, wanna get to your bed? Jake, bed. Bed. Come on. Alright.
Lay down, Willem.
Ow. Okay. So you're sure about this key card? Yep, that's a key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office.
Oh.
You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Leaves a record? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Larry, I need that data. Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. It's times like these when I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. Hey Larry, what about this? What? If you got something to say, then say it already. Huh? Blackmail letter? Do you know anything about this? What? I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh? What? Can't believe you'd do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000? I don't have that kind of money. No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight. Phew! Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. Wait, I'm the idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's where I've got a part-time job at KB Security. What? Sounds like I should really find out some more about this KB Security company. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter? You know about it? That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now. Huh? So what are you doing here, then? Well, the boss is away right now, and you know what mice do when the cat's away. Yes. Anyway, how far away is this company? Let me see. About 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road, anyway. Well, this apartment building is pretty close to Lordly Taylor, right? And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Ron Delight was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Whoa. Then he couldn't have stolen the sacred urn. Hey Nick, your phone. Hello? Is this the right residence? Ah, Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lordly Taylor to try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearly, where are you right now? I was walking along and I found myself in front of that person's office. That person? Who? That person who doesn't act his age and always says Vari when he's excited. Luke at me, Ace Detective. Okay, stay right there. We're coming to get you. Alright, I'm a little scared. Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. What? A phone call just now. Sounded like a real cutie. Another one of your special friends? Say goodbye to Miss Delight for me, would you, Larry? Jesus, dude. Don't be a pedo. Ah, Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, Pearly! Never thought I'd see the two of you again.
I shouldn't run off, Pearl.
So is Mr. Ace detective out of the office? Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were here last? Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff missing. Now that you mention it. This bag, I'm sure it wasn't here before. It's quite full. I wonder what could be in here. Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. That's true, and truth be told, I have to admit I am kind of curious. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. Eek! He's here! What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law so flagrantly. Really sorry, Maya made me do it.
Maya made me do it.
Gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. Real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial, Zvari. Shall we say the figurative Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime? Wow, Nick, sounds like it's going to be really exciting. What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow that's going to be so dramatic? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. It certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick.
Oh, Jesus.
Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke Atme, will take the stand. And then, Zvari, my testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you.
What?
Yes, all of you. I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators. Conspirators? Hehehe, you're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There's a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial. What are you talking about? Sir Lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Godot? You're taking a step down the path of foolishness. Try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty. Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight is really Master Mask. Hehehe, my dear lady. Times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature. Who is this Godot person? It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. Godot, a legend or myth. Men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him. Prosecutor Godot? But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick? No surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country. You agree with that? Well, certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor's office. Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. That's surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. Looks like we're done investigating for the day. Hehehe, Sir Lawyer. Stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. A prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. Alright, trial time. October 13th, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey, Nick. What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the Mass glossy I bought. Bought this? Where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Screaming like that. Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! Ugh, he's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor, I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but it doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you, yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I'll swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the thief is me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee you that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Damask or not. There's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. There's Godot. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. Defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What'd you say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not. I'll pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by.
Jesus.
Who are you? I'm Godot. Legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Ah, he's the one that Detective Atme was talking about.
All these I've never lost a case.
Of course. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ha! None.
What?
What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before.
What?
Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly, I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask? In a court of law? Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. This guy's the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? We finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Trite. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. So who is this masked man? Returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. You, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder, how much can you withstand before you and your case break in two? Well then, let's hear from the first witness.
Gumshoe!
My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. Important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking, we're listening. This guy's annoying. Yes, sir. Alright, witness, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This is his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is always to go after the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure We're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. So the actual identity of this Master Mask is Mr. Godot. What are you... We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please proceed. Very well, it's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. See with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Hey, stop it. Yep, no, I don't care. Jumped ahead. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. There's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. Supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? Appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. Irk! If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction, but the argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? Coffee here. It's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. Trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's method. A fake. Fake Damask? Fake Damask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm going to have to prove it. Need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. Proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ah! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Right here, of course. I mean, Master Mask. If you're a piece of reference, I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? Problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A breach? Here? Bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A brooch, Your Honor. It's sort of class for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. With the mask Damask in the security camera photo. Ah, he has no brooch. Brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. The thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master Mask is a fake. I've been fooled again! Poor Gumshoe. Order! It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now, if you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Ha! The brooch you're talking about. You mean this? Ah! That's Master Mask's brooch. Where'd you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? He must mean the Amy Faye statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Grr, this guy's one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? A friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch. That's not good.
Oh, talk about burying the lead.
Seriously. Order in the court. Mr. Godot. Godot, whatever. Let's see that brooch. Grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. That's brooch, added to the court record. Ha! You mess with Godot. You get burned. Grr, he's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. Proving your own incompetence, that's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Alone.
Poor Gumshoe.
Bailiff, bring the next witness in the courtroom. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong. 1 second is one drip of the coffee
looks like
pot. Let's hurry it up.
The guy that played the penguin in Gotham.
Yeah. Shh! Silence! Now I see, it's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zvari! Truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. Coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Yes, that's right. Ha! Not bad. Not bad at all. The first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Oh yeah.
He looks like him.
Yeah, he does.
Ronald Lord Taylor.
Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Look At Me, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on security detail. You've heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. Detective Gumshoe is worth anything, that is. This guy all by himself, anyway. There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what the special monocle of yours witnessed. Approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. Failed to see why the witness seemed so proud of his performance that evening. Well, sir, old-timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my arch-enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha, this belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch-nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Master Mask's brooch. It's found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Ha! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. Clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! Can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. It's the only thing I can think of. There's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with a thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Irk. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. Alright, no. Wait just a moment, Sir Old-Timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. True measure of a man is the amount of work he does, that's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? Talk too much. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on, that's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony, that's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, completely agree. Completely, whatever. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. True gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that was all she wrote. So in the end, did you catch a glimpse of Mask to Mask? Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. Seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That's bad. That can't be good. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious? I assumed the Atme fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. I had, of course, just checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? What is this Atme fighting stance? Sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the Atme fighting style? Almost right. What about that testimony? That was very important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. The heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun is this, Sir Lawyer? It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. Now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. Irk, it seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Irk, geniuses such as myself has always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. Yours is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines, they have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on, it's not as pretty as that. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end, that's one of my rules. This is it. This might be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atmey's true identity is actually Mask to Mask. Yarg! Order! Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts of Mr. Atmey's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is what no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. Picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please, the explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atmey. Truth is that you are, in fact, Mask to Mask. Yerk! But Mr. Wright, this photo clearly shows Mask to Mask. Security camera belongs to the Lordly Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? Haha. Yeah. Damask's MO is pure genius, and so am I, Luke Atmey, ace detective. You're very clever to come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, Sir Lawyer. Well, what? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atmey, when you assume the thief's identity... Godot blend number 102, my personal favorite. Mr. Godot, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem, it simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of a whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have, quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Atmey looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it? Decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atmey is in fact Mask to Mask is yet to be found. Proof? Of course, I've got nothing. Ha! Just what I thought. Man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. Ugh, I see. Thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. Seems a cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then... But who? Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delight, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. It's in the bag. Well, that's the sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn. Order, order, order. You, madame. That urn, where did you find it? I'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective, Luke Atmey. Oh, Desi, you're the best! Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atmey? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Ha! Pathetic. Mr. Godot, have you something to say? Something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man has to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. Still denying that Mr. Atmey was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atmey, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yes, what about it? Ha! How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madame, this town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Delight, please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense of these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Acme Detective Agency. I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, sir lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. Unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you going to do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. Defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Fine. I grabbed it. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute, we can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy, this is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. True that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that urn was in Detective Atme's office. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What'd you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, a person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. She polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. Ha! This blend, Godot blend number 107. Decided it's a little too bitter after all. Order. I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait! Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Hee-hee-ha, whatever. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I'm the one and only Mask to Mask. Ha ha! I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Hee hee ha ha ha, whatever. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atme's condition? Still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. Wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna be.
You're wrong, I tell you. I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me, I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry along and pass judgment. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you.
Oy vey.
Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ha! Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. You're a master mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. Boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay then, talk. We're all listening. Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession. Oh, sorry. Truth is, I've been masked to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not masked to mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial has taken. This is how every trial goes, at least with me, anyway. Ha! You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise, too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true mask to mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Ah, yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet? Let's see, I think it was on the night of the crime. I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. The wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. Proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night. No! But the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, and that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? Stop drinking that coffee. Come on, Mr. Thief, don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me a thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. Really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Kind of like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? Keycard to KB Security's CEO office? No! Ha! That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Fortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, looks like you need some more evidence after all. Grr, this stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. Evidence that shows why Mr. Delight was, Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? Ah, that's... What is... A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes, basically it says bring $50,000. It certainly sounds like blackmail, alright. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. No! Order, order, order. So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? Say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I can think of that. Not sure what I think of that? Well, at least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. Claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There's someone else who can testify. This person that can testify the card was used at 1 a.m. that night. Mr. Larry Butts. Who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. Just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. Like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. Probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? Question at hand is this key card. Yep, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yep, tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. You should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Wow! Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So, what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. That means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Master Mask in this photo. Ha! Looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good old cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Master Mask. Good job, you did it, Nick. That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Proof. Very well. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty.
Woot.
Yay! This isn't over, though. Court is now adjourned.
We are.
I'm going waiting. Nick, you did it. You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, Pearls. Got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya?
Oh, Lord.
You should be ashamed of her yourself, she slapped him. Youch! She slapped me. Pearly? This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick, yes? You're even worse than I thought, going behind the back of your own client. No, you've got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you, she slapped him twice. Ow, double slap. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? You got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky boy here. Actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. We won the case. And why does this guy still look so glum? Ugh, but I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? Did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is, come on, give the kid some time. He's just a little touch of... just got a touch of the blues. You know how about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Gadot, what are you doing here? Well, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. You should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Cain Bullard was discovered. Cain Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security?
Oh,
wait,
no.
Body? Estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th, you don't mean... That's right, amigo. The same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen. CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Come on, you figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out? What? October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron DeLite was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been brewed with rage.
Oh, no.
What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLite was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Employee of KB Security? Looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged, kind of an anti-alibi. No way. Can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. Can't be true. Oh, but I am a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLite, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This can't be... This is impossible. Looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. DeLite. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Yeah, Ronnie! Oh, no. Arrested for murder on this very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? Now we get it. Okay. Whew.
Oh, Lord.
Yep, this game. Ha! Cool. Alright, we are going to call it a night. You all have a good night.
Good night.
Catch you next time. Bye!
Bye.
There we go.